This is my very first real YouTube channel, so go easy on me. I'm B. This is putting the B in BPD. So I just really think that there's a lot of misinformation out there with regards to BPD, and I have the information and experience to let you all know what it's about. So let's just jump into it. What exactly is BPD? It's commonly known borderline personality disorder, also known as unstable emotional personality disorder. So that second one should give you a little bit more info on what exactly it entails. I think it is really good these days that mental illness is so much less stigmatized. A few years ago, obviously, even hearing that you were diagnosed with BPD was horrible. It was almost a death sentence. So I was diagnosed about 7 years ago, and my psychologist didn't even want to diagnose me. I had to get to a point where I said, I googled some symptoms and it really sounds like borderline personality disorder. And she just went, oh, thank God I didn't have to say it. You said it. We can now start managing it. But back then it was really, really, really difficult for a psychologist to even admit that you had it. This is because, as in the name, it refers to a personality disorder. I hate using that word, that it's a disorder, but we'll get into that. Don't even worry about it. It's not really treatable or curable. It's more just manageable. It is something that you either, in layman's terms, I'm going to use layman's terms for all of these things, so please don't think that I don't think of it as important. It's super important. It's my whole entire life. But it's better to make a fun video instead of a psychological jargon video, which you could probably just find somewhere else. Anyway, so yeah, it's more of something that you can manage or handle or get used to, the fact that you are the way that you are. Tangenting back, I'm super happy that mental illness is less stigmatized these days. I'm super happy more people are getting into the conversation, talking about mental illness, but there is still a massive divide between good mental illnesses and bad mental illnesses. So the good ones, your depression and your anxiety, and everyone's understanding of it and everyone kind of has their ideas about it. Still not saying it's great to have these, not at all, it's horrific. But the general public seems to be okay with you saying I've got depression or I've got anxiety. Then in the bad corner, we have the personality disorders. So narcissistic personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, all referred to as psychopathy, and the borderline personality disorder. Also in this category, we can put schizophrenia or bipolar or OCD, all of the ones that we're not too familiar with. So you bring up the fact that you have this and people go, they're crazy. That's why I have decided to come out and maybe make this channel, maybe make it a little bit more traction on at least what I've experienced and my own experiences. And that's really important because throughout my videos, I'm going to give you my experiences. To be diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, you need 4 out of 9 traits. So that means there are at least, I can't do math, there are many different combinations of having or diagnosed with BPD. Okay, so my experiences might not be exactly the same as your experiences, but it does give a little bit of an insight into the traits that I have and have to deal with on a daily basis. Knowing all that, let's jump right in. What is the traits that you need to have BPD? There are 9. I'm definitely good at maths. Firstly, we've got fear of abandonment, probably the most prominent trait in BPD. Secondly, we've got unstable relationships. Again, another big one. And this is one that obviously filters into people who know people with BPD, that is where a lot of our
demonization comes from.
Is in the unstable relationships categories. That's gonna be a fun video. Number 3, we've got the unstable self-image. So, oh my God. Number 4, impulsive and destructive behaviors. So, I'm gonna tell you so many stories. I'm sorry, Mum. Number 5, we have in a lot of mental health cases, self-harm. And of course, when we get to those videos, there'll be some trigger warnings, but it's not always the kind of self-harm that you think it could be. There are so many different ways of self-harm. Then we jump into number 6, which is very unstable emotions, mood swings, and this is different from a lot of the mood disorders in that it is the unstable emotions or the mood swings. They can go from 0 to 60 every few minutes, whereas other mood disorders, they take a few days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Number 7, chronic feelings of emptiness. We'll dive right into that in the next video. Number 8 is explosive anger, and number 9 is disassociation, or the feelings of not being real or having delusions. Yeah, cool. Yes, got through all of that. So personally, I've got 8 of the 9 traits. So I am very much a poster child for borderline personality disorder, and it has literally influenced every aspect of my life, including making these videos. So that's a little bit about me. If you've found my channel, there's only 2 ways of you finding my channel. Number 1 is if it's 2019 and somehow you found it interesting enough to watch to this point, or it's 2020 and I'm super famous and you're rewatching all of my first videos to find some dirt on me. Love that for me. If that's the case, there is so much dirt on me, you really don't need to look very far. Anyway, that's me for now. I hope that you find it a little bit entertaining, a little bit informative. My next videos are gonna be so much more informative, so please, please, please like and subscribe. I never thought I would say that, ever. Please turn on notifications. I'm gonna try and upload 1 video a week, and they're gonna get so much more informative, so much more fun. If you yourself have borderline personality disorder, please leave a comment. Tell me a bit about yourself or which of the traits you find most intense. If you know someone with BPD, feel free to leave some questions in the comments about, you know, anything that you want to know or would like me to cover in any of the videos. After the 9 traits, obviously I'm going to start covering how to manage your BPD, because I have been diagnosed for 7 years and I've learned to manage most of my traits pretty well. And of course, I'm open to suggestions to anything that you want me to cover. But that's it, that's me. Like and subscribe. I will see you all next time. Mwah.